It's greatly appreciated that you are here. For those of you just now tuning in, my name is CarmelOP, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. And I guess we're getting close to LaCroix and we're gonna kill him. Okay, so here's the roof. This just takes me back down here. This is not it. No, so hold on, let me look at it from a different angle. Hold up. No, nothing different. What is this? Oh. Okay, I got lucky. I could have walked around like crazy before I spotted that. Okay. Now come on. How many of them are there? How many of them do there need to be? And why is this building crawling with SWAT dudes? Ah, fuck, I knew there was a guy behind me. See, yeah, your game is unusually dark, is it? I mean, I played through, what was it? Deus Ex, and it was dark as shit too. And I thought that's just how the game was designed, but no, it's just where these games are significantly older. I mean, I think it's fine like this. It's just some dark in some spots. Okay, this dude's got a lot of health. Holy shit. He must have been really important. Okay, he's all the way over there.
Hey, I know you're I anticipated you'd make
God damn it.
I had no doubts about your capability.
Who the
But I am not so easily betrayed. Did you ever think about what it takes to live as long as I have? To come this far? Consider that lack of judgment in your last few seconds.
Let's see here. Wait, we can discuss this.
Tick, tick, tick. A bientôt, kindred. Help! Hey,
Does he have like a...
Hey, hold it!
I'm not dealing with that. Okay, so I need to figure out... Actually, can I quick save here? Thank God. Okay, I need to figure out if he's weak to melee or weak to weapons. Okay, I think he's weak to weapons, so let's go ahead and turn on presence and fortitude. In the plus patch, you can't feed on guys with helmets. Oh, really? Okay. That's probably somewhat annoying. Oh, that's a dominated guard, not fucking LaCroix. Okay. I was about to say, I know that's not LaCroix. Astrolite and an AUG. Okay, what's the Astrolite for? Is that like an explosive or some shit? Yeah, liquid explosive made from over-the-counter chemicals. Okay. All right, well, we got him. Question is now, where the fuck do we use this shit? Let me quick save. So we're going to inevitably fight the big dude. It's going to happen. Can I just hang out here? This is probably too close, but I just want to watch. See what happens. Come on. It really gives you a lot of fucking time to run away. Oh, I still took damage. Holy shit. Okay, I mean, I wasn't that far away from it, so... we want to go up, I guess? What did we even blow up? Oh, I was probably supposed to send it up. And then... Or I was probably supposed to arm it, then send it up. That's probably what was supposed to happen there. Maybe. Okay, come on. Okay, I'm not going down. We were just down there. Unless it's where I'm supposed to go, which wouldn't make a lot of sense to me. Well, I guess so. Fuck. Okay, I guess. We just head on in here. Head on down. Come on. Yeah, weren't we in here? I don't know, this level is legitimate. Huh? Well, yeah, we were in here at some point. Yeah, we were 100% in this room. Okay, well, let's just do a lap. Okay, I guess I gotta get back up that way. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Just a little bit of the early level design confusion. So this is one point I make, is that older, so newer games are so refined in their level design and how levels flow and everything, it doesn't allow the player to explore. Whereas older games, you know, it wasn't like a refined skill to make a level, you know, flow seamlessly from one place to another. And you can appreciate it in the older games because like they were meant to be explored, whereas like new levels are just for looks, it feels like. Okay, where the fuck are we going? Because that just goes back down. We don't want to go back down. Oh, what the fuck? Hold on, did I missed something? God damn it. There we go. Because that was one thing, like, when I played through the first Deus Ex, like, that was top-notch level design. Through and fucking through. The fuck, why are there a bunch of weapons laying around? I kind of don't like it. Don't have a good feeling. Okay, hopefully that's the last elevator. I guess they're just giving us ammo for the next room. Okay, quick save. Okay, I'm expecting the big dude to show up, and that's kind of what I'm worried about. Because he's gonna be a bitch. He's gonna be such a bitch to deal with. Like I'm not looking forward to fighting him. Come on. How much more of this level exists? Oh, you son of a... Who the fuck even shot me? Oh, they're shooting me through the door. That's fair. Ooh, what do you do? Hold up. Ooh. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, are you a vampire lady? Oh, fuck you. Oh, yeah, you are a vampire. Okay, cool. Okay, I can't feed on these guys, unfortunately, but I can make them kill themselves, maybe? Ah, fuck. They got me all flustered. Okay. We should be good. Oh my god. I wish I could feed on vampires, but no, it's illegal in the vampire world because rules and shit. Okay, I need blood. We have blood packs we can use. Shit sucks so much. You think they would have like freezers with a ton of blood stuff in it, but no, they don't. You know, for a society of vampires, I would expect them to keep like their own little blood bank, especially if they're the Camarilla. I would expect things to be like, you know, just be right there and handy. But no. God damn it. Okay, this on full auto is actually pretty fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Okay, so back shots killed him like crazy. Actually, you know what? Since we have it, let me go ahead and upgrade our firearms. Range. Let's see. What's perception do? No, let's upgrade firearms for one. Ooh, what about defense? Dodge? Ooh, upgrading dodge sounds like a great idea. And then we'll do a couple into perception. Yeah, we'll do that. Help our ranged capabilities a little bit. Okay, cool. Okay, oh my god. They really like made this like almost like an action movie where you're just fighting dudes. Like it's just a wild gunfight after wild gunfight. At least that's what it feels like. Do I have any other blood bags on me? No, I just have the conch. Okay, actually, you know what? We're going to use the conch now. And quick save and then head upstairs, I guess. Please take me to the fucking penthouse. Please. Okay, I'm fine with this. The sheriff. Okay, at least it's not like, oh no. Oh my god, I'm melting his health bar. Holy shit, that was just one mag. Oh shit, no. Oh fuck, he's going to teleport everywhere. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This is fucking easy. Holy shit. Look, he's almost dead. Oh no, I spoke way too soon. No. Okay. Chiropteran behemoth. Okay, sure. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, I guess that's for me to feed on or whatever. Oh my god, are you serious right now? Just let me feed, please. This is ridiculous. Oh, I should have kept my mouth shut. Guess the game wants me to feed on both of these guys before he'll land. Ah, man, this is gonna be rough. Yeah, there's that. Whatever that was. Okay, you gonna come down here? Oh no. Oh shit, I'm still doing a fuck ton of damage to him. Okay, he's no threat. He's no threat at all, bro. Oh shit, I'm actually taking a lot of damage. How? Oh. Why am I still moving? Okay, really slow. What the fuck? Where's the police at? I need to feed on them now. I mean, if I can just not die for a little bit, like, we'll be okay. But that's the thing. I'm asking a lot. Are you serious? Are you serious right now, dude? I guess like there's a way for me to dodge that shit. There's got no. What the fuck? Okay, fine. Well, we can do it without with a little bit less ammo. It's fine. Hey, yeah, this dude, this stage is easy. It's the fucking, it's everything else that's a little difficult. Hey, fucking Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, your big ass sword. Okay, come on. Can you stop like knocking me back? So I can get a hit in. What the fuck? I thought I just reloaded. Okay, he's gonna keep like teleporting behind me, which fine, whatever. Oh, I need to stun him with suicide and then lay into him. Okay, this is fine. I just need to kill those little vampire helpers first. Wherever the fuck they are. They're over there. Let me kill them for, or maybe I don't kill them first. Maybe I just fucking, oh yeah, I just focus that thing, dude. And then maybe feed on the pull. No, they're coming towards me. God damn it. Come on. Are you serious right now, dude? Come here. Why am I so slowed? Okay. We're almost out of this. We're almost okay. Not almost enough, though. Okay, and then we got this motherfucker. What just half-healthed me? What the fuck just half-healthed me? That's not fucking fair. There's a puzzle on the roof if you want. Like, is it a way to kill the guy? Okay, here's some. Ooh, hold on. What the fuck is back here? Okay, can't unlock that. I hear somebody like swinging. No. Oh, these guys are just going to keep respawning. Okay, that's fine.
Stop right there.
Of course, right when I have a clean shot lined up. Okay, if I just hang out back here with the police, like, I'll be fine. Like, I'm just hanging out back here. Nothing's happening. There we go. Come on over here. Oh shit, no, not you fucks. Okay, yeah, you can kill yourself. And you die. Okay, there we go, we got him. Okay, sweet. Okay, and deal with you two. Oh, really? I can't feed on him last second, really? Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Prince LaCroix, let's fucking finish this.
You betrayed me.
No, I
Gave you
didn't.
guidance, responsibility, opportunity, power. And now you enter my building, cripple my organization, kill my most loyal associates. You, Judas.
That was the
You
last
devil.
fight. Sweet.
You think you've beaten me? Huh. I've still got my sarcophagus.
You don't have the key. Let's see here. You tried to have me killed LaCroix.
You've done all the work for me once again. So much to learn. I thought I had lost it all, but no. Here you've sailed on a Gehenna wind, bearing my salvation. The key to my future.
Let's see here. You want it so bad? Why don't you come over here and take it?
Give me the key.
Fuck you.
I said, give me the key.
Oh, is he trying to command us? Okay. Don't waste your time trying to dominate me.
The key. I need the key. Don't you understand? This city needs a leader. The Quajin will kill us all. With the power that's inside that sarcophagus, I can protect this city. Give it to me.
Let's see here. You betrayed the Camarilla. See you at the execution.
Well done, Neonate. Your powers are considerable for one so young. You will be a great asset in the years to come, and the sarcophagus will reside safely in the hands of the Camarilla. I told you before that there are some powers in this world that are best left undisturbed. I don't know what lies in the sarcophagus, and I believe that it may be in our best interests not to find out.
Oh, look, Indiana Jones reference.
Of our existence. I do not rush to bring about Gehenna any sooner than it need come. Let the shadows of time cover this dark treasure, so that eventually it fades even from our memories. Some things are best forgotten.
Why not just dump the key in the Atlantic Ocean and dump the coffin in the sarcophagus in the Pacific Ocean? That sounds like a great way to do things. That's how I would do it. Oh, that was it. Okay, no post game at all. Okay, all right. I need a second to decompress here. Okay, we can skip that. All right. Oh my god. Okay, so let's go through. Okay, hold on. I need to get our time. We spent. I'll give it 2 hours here. So 2 hours. This is important that I keep track of this now. What's your 10-point review system? See here, review note. Now you have the other clans and finales to take out. Yeah. I'll probably download a couple of saves. That way I can kind of do things at my own or on my own pace. Because this video is not going to come out for a hot minute. This review anyway. Okay, this was from the last review we did. Okay, just deleting all these numbers. All right, so we spent 2 hours today. I just need to get the length. 2 hours today. Let's see here. Vampire the Masquerade. Okay, so 4 hours on the first stream. Dude, that was skin deep. Skin deep. 7 hours, 9 hours. Let's see here. 11 and a half. 13 14 hours, 15:45, 18:45. Oh my god, 18:45. Twenty-one and a half, 23 and a half hours to fucking beat this on the first playthrough. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, well, so Yote, I know, so this is going to be your first time doing this or seeing this. Typically what happens whenever I finish a game, I do like a quick review or like YouTube shorts and stuff, and the score from this will go onto the YouTube short whenever it goes out, you know 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, whatever it may be. And then when I do the full length review, like I don't give it a score, I just mainly talk about what the game does right, what it does wrong, any problems getting it to run, or I just finished it, Janko. Yeah, I just finished it. So we're about to get into the review. Oh my god. 23 and a half hours to play this game. Which ending did you get? I got the Camarilla ending. I end up, I guess, sending LaCroix to his execution. Sided with the Camarilla to do in the red trench coat and the weird glasses. But the thing is, I thought like LaCroix was I thought he was the head of the camera. Well, he was the head of the Camarilla, and I guess they wanted to get rid of him. And so that's what we did. We killed him. That way, they can install a new leader into the Camarilla, is how I take it. But I'm going to do a ton of research on it. Start working on this script. I have not written a single word in this script. Like, let's see if I can pull up an older script to kind of give you an idea of like how I like to work. Because I'm still like, I still got to decompress, and that way I can think about like what I want to do. What the fuck? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? To do, no, not conscript. Yeah, we'll do, no, should have something. It's probably here. Maybe, yeah, there it is. Bam. Okay, where's the Deus Ex script? When I reviewed that shit. Deus Ex was a fun review. Oh, did I not save that script? Oh wait, yeah, no, I saved it. Bam. Okay, so this is pretty much like the script that I fucking read from and all that fun stuff. And so, you know, that's how that's done. But anyway, okay, so graphically overall, objectively, when this game came out in 2004, it honestly looked pretty on par with most PC games then. Let's see. Like the cab driver said, the prince is nothing without the support of the primogens. Okay, then yeah, you kill, yeah. So yeah, if the primogens don't care about him, then it really doesn't matter what he wants. Anyway, graphically, this game came out in 2004. Let's just pull up a few quick comparisons. Best PC games of 2004. Right, I'm correct. This game did come out in 2004. Let me make sure I'm not fucking crazy really quick. Make sure I'm not wrong. November 16th, 04. Okay, we're good. Okay, I played both at the same time, Vice City and this one. I mean, looks worse than Half-Life 2. Yeah, it does. But like, that's kind of like, let's see here. Top 50 games of 2004. I'm just gonna look at the top 10. I don't give a shit about the other 50. Okay, SingStar. Okay, Burnout 3, Halo 2. Okay, that's a AAA title. Rome Total War, Revolution Soccer, Metroid Prime, Echoes, Ninja Gaiden, San Andreas, The Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay, and Half-Life 2. Does it work? Does it look worse than Half-Life 2? Yes. Does it look terrible? No. It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look terrible. It fits. God, it's been forever since I played Half-Life 2, so I can't really do it justice on graphics. But I think for 04, during that time, it couldn't have been. It could have been comparable to a lot of titles. I think most people back then would have been okay with how it looks. You know, I think it would. Let's see. It looks 10 times better than GTA San Andreas, and then people played the fuck out of that. But that's like, that was a whole different lane of game. So you can't. It's not really like a fair comparison if I try to compare it to those two. I remember Vice City. I played that as a kid. I remember it looking like shit, and this looks way better. But overall, I definitely think people enjoyed it a lot more. One thing I will say that helps out with the game overall is the aesthetic of the game, because one thing that you kind of have to recognize is that the game takes place in grimy city streets. You go through sewers, you hang out at bars, you go to train, like, you know, you're in very dirty places. You don't get to experience like Vampire Highlight. You know, you don't get to experience that. You're in Santa Monica, you're near some beach town, it's run down, it's got strip clubs and all that. You go to downtown, it's more like a city, but still kind of just like grungy, like you kind of don't want to be there. Hollywood is kind of has like, it has a lot more appeal to it, but like, you know, there's strip clubs and stuff like that around there, and Chinatown is Chinatown. But I think aesthetically overall, if you put all those together, nothing feels so out of place. Even when you go to, like, say, LaCroix's mansion or some of these other places, like, they still fit in. Like, they're still, like, dingy. They're still, like, you know, I don't know. Look at that. Somebody's trying to get past that. Ban them. Block. Yeah, block them from the stream. Okay. All right. Yeah, so that's kind of how I feel. I feel like everything looks like it belongs with each other, because sometimes, like, you can get some games where everything kind of just doesn't match, where everything feels like a mishmash. But here, like, everything aesthetically is pleasing and nothing's out of place. And when it is out of place, it kind of belongs. Like when you go to like that mansion towards the end of the game. Like, there was one more place, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but you get what I'm saying. So for me, sound, oh god, the sound honestly was a shit show. Let's see here. Soundtrack is 10 out of 10, but sound equalizer 0 out of 10. Yeah, the sounds were, I don't know, they were just all over the place. Leveling on them wasn't the best. I guess equalizing would be the word, but like, here's one issue that I have, which is going to be a bitch to explain on the full review, is that the sound does a good job of creating ambience. You hear, like in downtown, you hear car alarms going off, you hear gunshots go off, you hear all these fun things. But the problem is it's all set dressing, and because it doesn't maintain the illusion of what it's going for. You can follow a car alarm to, like, you can get right up next to where the sound is spawning, but there's no vehicle there. You know, you can hear car horns. There's like, they put in the work to create like an audibly pleasing game when it comes to, like, you know, for the set dressing, but like, you don't have the objects representing that. You don't have like gunfights out in the street or anything like that. And that's a negative. Yeah, gunshots should be loud, but damn, yeah. So yeah, oh my god, so let's stay on environmental sounds for right now. They exist. They just don't have reasons for them to exist. I'm not saying they need reasons, but like, I should not be able to track down like where it's literally spawning at. If I'm walking downtown, I should not be able to walk to where like the invisible speaker is and hear it. What else? As for gunshots, those are they're all over the place. They're just all over the place. All the sounds are. You can't reliably stealth or use sound to your advantage when you are trying to do a stealth playthrough. That's going to be interesting when I do a Nosferatu run. It's going to be painful, but it's going to be interesting. But yeah, the sounds it's just all over the place. The voice acting was good in most parts. Nothing really terrible, honestly. My bar's been like set pretty low after Deus Ex 1 with Maggie Chow, but beyond that, it's not terrible. It's not awful. So I think I don't think a lot of people will enjoy the sounds of the game simply because they're all over the place. They're loud. Like they're needlessly loud. They're pointless. There's just like, what's the fucking point? You know, I would say they do their job, but they kind of don't. And I think a lot of people will feel that same way simply because of how all over the place it is. So, and I have the same problem with it. Let's see, your stoner accent, 10 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah, the voice acting wasn't bad. They had John DiMaggio, Phil Lamar. I'll have to look up the voice. Let me actually do that right now. Voice cast. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Cast. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Yes, I want to see if there's any familiar voices. Let's see here. I don't know him. Let's see here. Andy Milder did LaCroix. What is he known for? Weeds. Okay, don't know him too much. Oh, he's done a few animated things here. Was this his only video game? Maybe, I don't know. Let's see here. Either way, voice acting was fine. Nothing crazy, nothing bad. Let's see. Yeah, Phil Lamar. Yeah, there he is. Robin Downs. I know that name, Robin Downs. Where's he from? Where's he from? I know that fucking name. Whatever, it's fine. Whatever. Voice acting was fine. It was good actually. There was some parts where the voice acting was cut short. You could literally hear it, but you know, this was made in 2004. It's probably made by. It was made by Troika. What other games did Troika make? Troika. I know I've seen them when I've made other reviews. Troika. Let's see here. Defunct February. Oh, Troika went out of business 3 months after Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Holy shit. Okay, they made Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic Obscura and the Temple of Elemental Evil. Okay, I'm going to have to dig into Troika. All right, anyway. The Temple of Elemental Evil. I mean, they hired top voice actors then and now are legends. The Wizard Gun game. Okay. But anyway, yeah, the voice actors were pretty solid. I can't complain. They got fucking John DiMaggio and Phil Lamar. For those of you who don't know, Phil Lamar, he played Jon Stewart in the Justice League. He plays Hermes Conrad in Futurama. And he plays Sid or Sig from the Jack and Daxter series. John DiMaggio, of course, Bender from Futurama. Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War. And he played the King in Disenchantment, which is a pretty alright show. Okay, anyway, music's pretty Jeanette Teresa Azula, okay, from Avatar. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna have to throw that in there. But music. So for those of you who don't know, I'm more biased towards rock and roll, heavy metal, and so seeing Lacuna Coil poster on the wall there, and maybe hearing one or two of their songs and hearing some recognizable tracks, you know, cool, awesome. What really matters though is more or less not ambient tracks, but like just tracks are playing in the background that aren't really focused on the music, but more or less to give a mood to an area. And that they did pretty well with that. I can't really complain. They did pretty well with that. The dance club music fit, you know, when you're exploring the sewers or going through certain areas, the music fit. I think when I went to the haunted hotel, I think there were some scary tracks in there. This is the only problem with me like not doing this full time is like me. I've played this game over the course of the entirety of May. No, I started on April 27th. It is now April 20 or May 21st. So almost a month of playing this game on and off because of work. So like shit gets lost here and there. But anyway, music overall, I think most people will enjoy it. They will enjoy a lot of the artists in it. I'm surprised Ghoul Town was in it because I did like a little spotlight on them in my first review for Blood West, which is pretty neat. And it's pretty neat to see that, you know, their music was in this title as well. Just pretty neat. But I think most people will enjoy it and I think it's fine. Polish, bugs, crashes, and annoyances. Oh God. So there's a lot wrong with the game, that's for sure. One thing that the polish also covers exploits, right? It covers things that the developers overlook, i.e. putting in overpowered items, you know, infinite economies, stuff like that in video games where like it's something they overlooked and they didn't fix. But we had one or two crashes. We had several bugs, mainly the elevator going to LaCroix's mansion. We had to go open up the console commands and load into a specific area. There's, unofficial patch. I mean, there's several of them that can fix the game, quote unquote, fix the game. And it's really a question of, is it broken because it's a game from 2004? Or is it broken because it's a game from 2004, meaning that this is just really the best they could do and there's really no other bug fixing they could do? And then because we're in 2025 now, does that mean that they didn't future proof it? Because that's a thing, like not so much with newer games that are released, but like older games. Like they can't run on new machines because I guess the new machines just don't know how to make them run. So that's the question. For your average person, they're going to run into an annoyance and maybe open up console command, maybe not. And then, maybe get tired of it. Maybe so like I couldn't get into LaCroix's penthouse, and then there was also that apartment building that I had to no clip through, or like the vent system fucked up in it, and like just little annoyances like that, and then that can really kill somebody's motivation to continue a game, because a lot of people just want to sit down and just no life it and not have to think about how to get past like an area technically on a technical level, to fix it. Like I mean, there's bugs where like in other games where like doors don't open when actors are trying to go through them to get you through, there's stuff like that all the time, and they get patched out. But here, like, I think your average person will get frustrated and annoyed with it, and so it's going to be a huge problem for a lot of people. So that's obviously going to get a 0. It's going to get a 0 from me because it's too much just to overlook. It's just too much. It's just too much. Too many problems. If an elevator's not arriving, if it's not an elevator not arriving, it's vents not like being placed correctly in the world into where you can use it. If it's not that, it's entire areas that won't load because for some reason it loaded wrong. If it's not that, it's water reflections that aren't reflecting that. If it's not that, it's God knows what else. Oh, and the fact that the autosave system sucks. Let's throw that in there because the autosave system fucking sucks. Story. Okay, without getting into all the nitty-gritty details, the story I think was okay. Was it the best thing ever? No. But I think what shines with the story is the world of these vampires you are entering. It's not getting the sarcophagus, right? The sarcophagus is moot. It doesn't, it's just a driving factor of the game. What's interesting about the game is the relationships of these ancient groups, of these immortal beings who've been around for hundreds, maybe thousands of years, and how they like to run their society. Anarchs are very much, they want to just kind of live how they want to live, blah, blah, blah. The Camarilla want structure and order, and they have something called the Masquerade. That way nobody goes and tries to hunt them down. That's stuff you learn as you play the game. You find the Asian, not the Lin Kuei, that's fucking Mortal Kombat. Whatever they're called in this game. You have that faction of vampires. That's where the interest of the story comes in. Is that, yeah, you have a very basic kind of non-interesting story based around a sarcophagus that may or may not contain a being with a lot of power, but it's more or less you're learning how each of these factions cooperate and how they've managed to coexist for hundreds of thousands of years. So that's what's interesting, and I think that hooks a lot of people in. because that's what gets you in. That's just what gets you in. If you don't like it right away, you're not going to enjoy the game. But I think if it piques your interest, you'll enjoy it. I think your average person could enjoy it. Quaijin, but that's an outdated term. Okay, thank you, Yosei. Yosei. That's what makes it interesting is the history of it. Yeah. So I think most people will enjoy it because I mean the story is not great. It's really not. You're playing find the fucking treasure and then playing find the key to find the treasure. It's the personalities and the factions around the actual story that make it interesting because you're not entering a story, like you don't care about the story, you care about the world that they exist in. That's really it. That's really how I put that. By the way, sometimes these scores will match. Sometimes. Effectiveness and engagement of gameplay. Is it fun or makes you want to play for just one more turn? Okay, so I've talked about this a couple of times now, and this is a truly tough one. And so it's a constant balance between wanting your player. Hold on, let's back up. How do you play the game? You play as a fucking vampire. You can stealth through it. You can focus in on your character being a melee build entirely. They can be persuasive. They can go in gung-ho, don't care. You have a lot of variability of options with how you want to play your character. Not only that, you have several classes. Actually, let me run through those classes real quick. Let me run through those. Main menu, okay. Let me run through those really quick. That way I can kind of get a refresher. Uh-oh, are we crashing? Yeah, we crashed. We crashed, hold up. I just want to get a refresher on what the classes are. Come on, OBS. Come on, catch up. There we go. Okay, new game. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, come on. Okay, let's see. Go directly character sheet. Okay, so we got the Bruja. Okay, so I went for the Ventru. So let's see here. No, let's see here. Come on, I thought they would tell me kind of what they did. I mean, you can build your character to however you want. Right, I guess it's the disciplines that really change how they work, yeah. So that you get all these basic skills, then you have your own specializations. They can see all living and undead at tremendous distances. Let's see your target. Okay, that's still suicide. So I guess so they share these. Okay, hold up. So Tremere, Venture share these. No. They share the skill for dominate. They share dominate. Okay. And so if we go to Toreador, what do they share? They have Auspex. They have Presence. Celerity? What is it? Oh, it's a speed enhancement. Okay, cool. Then the Nosferatu have Animalism. Okay, so yeah, you have 6 different classes essentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 different classes. The Bruja, the Gangrel, Malkavian, Nosferatu, Toreador, Tremere, and Ventru. You have all those classes, and I cannot escape out of this. Whatever. Anyway, you have all these classes. So you have essentially 7 different possible paths you could go down when it goes to making a character, and depending on how you play. What's also interesting about these characters is that you can kind of pick your alliances and kind of role play early, depending on what class you went with. If you went with a Nosferatu, Bruja, or Gangrel, you'd be more inclined to align yourself with the Anarchs because they're more about freedom, and I feel like they're more like animalistic than what the Camarilla are, where the Camarilla would more or less be made up of Malkavians, Ventru, Tremere, and Ventruvians. So like that's one way you can role play, which is fun. You know, like I tried to align myself with LaCroix through the entire game, but he still stabbed me in the back, which, you know, that's just story. That's just the game writing its own story. It's fine. Anyway, as you level up your character and things get easier and easier, we hit this point to where no game developers really found the sweet spot. And that's the question you ask when you have games with leveling systems and or wanting a power fantasy, because you run into two scenarios. You run into a scenario where your player character can never live up to that power fantasy because there will always be tougher enemies challenging you, and you'll never be able to walk into a room and wipe out everybody in there. That's one scenario. Your other scenario is that you can do that. You can go in and clear out entire rooms by looking at them, making them kill themselves and whatever. The problem with that approach is that because the player is living out that power fantasy, the game becomes tedious towards the end. And that's a really hard thing to nail down. And it gets to the point to where only higher level enemies really can do damage to you, or they become bullet sponges, all the negative things, which this is an RPG at the same time. So you have to take that into consideration as well. So, I think, so like, here's the benefit, right? Like you can roll a character, and if you don't like how your character works, like say if you roll a Nosferatu just for shits and giggles, and you figure out like, oh, hey, like this stealth stuff, like me not being able to freely roam around the city and do stuff whenever I want, that doesn't fly with me. I don't like it. I can re-roll into a Gangrel. I can roll into a Tremere or, a Malkavian. That's good. That's one of the positives. But is the game enjoyable from beginning to end? Just towards the end, it's padding. It's padded the fuck out. It's padded out. Like there's no denying that. It's just enemy wave after enemy wave after enemy wave, and that's you're already max level, not max level, but you pretty much have your character built the way you want, to where these enemy waves are just in the way. But I think most people will enjoy the game from beginning to end. Will they get tired of it? Sure. But overall, I think they'll enjoy it from beginning to end. As for me, it's the fact that if the last, so we went to a homeless place where the Sabbat are, we went to where the Kuei Jin were, and we went to where the Camarilla, what were they called? Primogens, the Camarilla Primogen, that's what I'm assuming. Like we went there and we just kept slaughtering them, and that got really old really fucking quickly. And a lot of it is like, and it's hard for me to kind of criticize it because I just finished Deus Ex 1, Invisible War, and Skin Deep either before or during this playthrough. So it's like I have this kind of unrealistic expectation for map design and like variability of how you want to go about situations, but at the same time, like I kind of feel like there's a lot of points where you're just railroaded into having to go in all guns blazing whether you want to or not, because that's a lot of it. Like you don't have like a lot of options to go do things stealthily. You can do it, but it just feels like stealth. It feels like stealth is an option to kill enemies, if that makes sense. That's what it feels like. I could be wrong. Probably am wrong, but who knows? I'll come back to this. I gotta think about that for a little bit longer. Replayability post game. If I think I will want to replay it within a year. So is there a post game? No, there's no post game. Once the game ends, that's it. You're taken back to the main menu. For those of you who are new, post game, think about Fallout 4, Skyrim, maybe the Spider-Man game where, like, even though you finish the main game, you can still play in the playground and do some side missions that you didn't do before the end. So there is no post game to this, but there is a lot of replay value because you have 7 different classes. You have the Anarchs and the Camarilla factions you can align yourself with. I think I would have to figure it out on my second playthrough. I'm going to try to ally myself with the Anarchs because it seems like at some point you branch off from the Camarilla, or you can branch off from the Camarilla and align yourself with the Anarchs and do things that way. But just having different classes and having the opportunity to really go into a stealth build, or really go into a melee build, focus only build, and maybe challenging yourself to like a reasonable degree, not like fucking some videos on YouTube where it's like, I played the game without healing once or not getting hit. Like, not that level of crazy, but you know, you can at least challenge yourself. Maybe never feeding on a human, you can only use blood bags or your blood doll or whatever the fuck. So I think most people will definitely want to roll another character after they finish the game. Like 100%, I'm pretty sure most people would, within the year at least. Like, if they had spent like 20 plus hours like I did to finish their first run, they're probably going to put it down for a minute, then pick it up later, just to kind of give themselves a mental break. And as for myself, if I wasn't a game reviewer, would I play this again if I had the choice to? I would have to, I would probably load up. So like, this goes back to the gameplay thing. It's like towards the end, you're just mowing down enemies. That's all you're doing. That's the thing. I mean, I guess I would probably play it up to a certain point, but like, I don't know. I mean, the fact there's like 7 different classes that kind of allow you to do things differently. If I wasn't a game reviewer, would I play it again? Probably. I probably would. Would I play it all the way to the end? No, because you would want to get the different endings. How bad do you want those endings? Well, I mean, I guess if you're playing it again, you might go into like an autopilot mode and you just keep playing it regardless. Yeah, I probably would play it within a year. Just to see what other options there are. Yeah. Okay, length. It took 23 and a half hours for my first playthrough of this game, which, holy shit. Okay, so we have a 23 and a half hour game on your first playthrough. On your second playthrough, you're going to be more knowledgeable on level layouts, what objectives you need to do, how to do them. You know to quick save a lot more frequently, and you kind of know where things are. It probably would equal out to about maybe maybe an 18 or 20 hour game on a second playthrough if you know where everything is and you optimize the fuck out of it. But regardless, a 24 hour game from 04, not bad. I mean, that's a high standard, because there was a time where you were lucky to get a campaign that lasted more than 8 hours. 8 hours used to be the gold standard for a campaign. So for this to be a 24-hour experience is nice. It really is. I just wish the combat wasn't so goddamn monotonous. The more I think about it, the more I can kind of like And because like, even if you wanted to do a pure stealth run or a pure stealth character, like you would still like just end up biting them or whatever, using magic to do whatever you need to do. I don't know. But as for length, I think, is it a little too long? That's a hard one to say, because one thing I do like what the game does is that it doesn't tell you whether or not a quest is a main quest or not. You're just kind of thrown into the world and you just kind of do things just because. But are you going to be happy you're spending 24 hours playing this game? Are you going to be okay with that? That's the question. Are those hours quality hours, or are you just sinking time into it? I think, like, again, because the end is so padded out, if they cut down the crack house, the Kuei Jin house, and the Camarilla tower, if they cut each one of those in half, I think it would have been a lot more tolerable. But those are just too long of sections, and they're just right at the fucking end. They're in the last several missions. But I think most people will be happy with a 24-hour title, especially in 04. I'll get back to that one too. Environments, variability, and differentiation. I think this is the one thing this game does the best, is that you have hub areas. You have hub areas where you can do your own little quests within them, and then you have areas outside of those hub areas to go do things like the haunted hotel, the train yard, the what the fuck, I'm drawing blanks now. Where we went to go find the guy who has the key to the sarcophagus. You went to the underground tunnels where the Nosferatu live. Where else? There's several locales you go to. And I think that's one of the strengths of the game, is that you have like almost an overworld, and then you have your own little levels, set aside them, like the werewolf area, the mansion where they're making that kill tape, where that Simisk dude lives. That's where you have like these extra levels, which is great. And I think it breaks up the monotony of being in the same area. So I think most people will enjoy those areas. So that definitely gets a 1 for me. For the gameplay and length, though, before I get to the entire package, the thing is, if I roll another character, if I go for the exact opposite, like gameplay, like game line, right? If I go, like, say, Nosferatu, Gangrel, Bruja, am I still going to be just mindlessly killing dudes? And I think the answer is yes, which is fine. That's totally fine. But is it too long to? So here's the thing: the length is intertwined with the story or the world of the game, not necessarily the story, but the world, because you get to learn about all these vampire houses, clans, whatever you want to call them. Oh my god, this one's tough. If there just wasn't padding at the end of the game, it's just padding. Because it's not like the enemies give you experience points. The only thing that gives you experience points is killing enemies. Or not killing enemies, is completing quests. So that's kind of where we're at. Like, the gameplay gets stale after a while. And then there's no reason for you to really, like, on a core level, engage with the gameplay, because you're not rewarded for the gameplay. You're actually punished because you're spending resources. You're only rewarded once a quest is completed, not necessarily because you killed X amount of enemies for X amount of XP. That's the difficulty here. The extra items that you find that give you stat boosts and all that, that's neat. That's tough. It's just the fucking end, dude. If they had cut those missions in half, I'd be inclined to give those the point that they deserve, but I don't think I'm going to. So, on the gameplay though, like the gameplay itself, the core gameplay loop, it's fine. It's fine. Just, you can either stealth your way in, bite people to death. You're going to get caught up in firefights that last a little bit too long. But other than that, you're not bored. Like, you get bored towards the end because you're just one-shotting everybody, but that's okay. So that'll get a 1. As for length, it's just too long because there's quests that kind of, I don't want to say don't matter, but it's like, fuck, you know, like why? It's the last 3 one. Hold on, let me look at the quest list. Empire, the Masquerade, Bloodlines, mission list. Let's see here. Let me just go to the last bit in the finale. Okay. Ming Zhao. Okay, hold up. Let's see. Yeah, we had to find Dr. Johansson. That would make sense. That's a reasonable mission. Okay, so then you go attack the Sabbat hideout. The Nines mission, sure. I mean, that's neat. You got the one run in with the werewolf, cool. The escape from the escape right after that because of blood has been declared on you. That's not too bad. Yeah, the Chinatown one was annoying, and the Venture Tower one was annoying. So let's go to Chinatown. Anything crazy there that kind of sucked? The Mandarin quest wasn't the best, but that's fine. I don't know. It's just a little too long. That's all it is. I did do the side missions too. Like, let me make that apparent. I think a majority of the side missions, but that's the thing though, is like, yeah, I did the side missions, but I had to do it that way I can have a kind of powerful character. Yeah, that's gonna stay at a 0. It's just too long. It's just too long if you're doing all the side missions, but you're inclined to do the side missions. That, and they're not really explicitly telling you what's a primary and secondary mission. So yeah, they'll say it at a 0. It's weird because, like, I'm saying the game's too long, but I did the side content. But you want to do the side content, that way you do better in the main game. Yeah, I'll probably just base that. It's purely on the padding at the end. Because if I wasn't a powerful, yeah, that's it. If my character wasn't already powerful by the time I hit those late game levels, it would be a nightmare to grind through because I would be then under leveled and boss fights would be way harder. And then the padding would be 10 times worse because I wouldn't be able to navigate those areas easily. So therefore, you're encouraged to do side content. That way you don't have to deal with this shit later. There we go. That's the thought. That's it. Okay. So that's going to stay to 0. So the entire package. I think is the game for everybody that plays it? No, I don't think. I think it's going to be like a cult classic. I think it is a cult classic. I think it's going to appeal to a very small percentage of people. And those small percentage of people, they'll enjoy it. I think they'll enjoy it once they get their hands on it. So objectively, it gets a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 10. And subjectively, would I recommend it to somebody who's never played it, who's maybe a gamer on PC, who can tolerate the bad sound, who can tolerate a lot of bugs, crashes, or annoyances, because that's going to be a big problem they're going to face. And can I recommend it to somebody if they're going to face all these polish issues, all the sound problems, with a game that lasts damn near a full day, if they do all the side content, which they kind of have to, unless they want to get fucked? Would I recommend it to them? I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is an easy yes for me, because like I said with the story section, the story's not great. It's not great, it's not bad, but it's not great. But it's more or less the story, or not the story, it's the world that you are playing in. It's the society of vampires you get to meet. It's all the background knowledge. It's all the how the different types of vampires exist, coexist, what they're about. Like the Nosferatu live in a fucking cave beneath California. Like that's just cool, like storytelling. That, not only that, you have like different like vampires from like fiction. You have Nosferatu, which you could say is like from like the classic like Nosferatu movie in like 1917, I think. Then you have like say you can say the Ventrue, or like fucking the Twilight vampires in a way. You can say the Malkavians are crazy. I'm sure there's like a vampire lore somewhere that like the Malkavians are based on. The Gangrels, more savage vampire. Like they all have their own personalities to their classes, which is really neat. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy that more than anything. So because of that, because of the world itself and the environments the game takes place in, I'll give it a 1. I would recommend it to particular people, but I think it's a safe recommend. If they can get past some of the issues, they'll be happy with it. So for me, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines gets a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10. And on my scale, a 7 is not bad. A 7 is actually pretty good on my scale. Not an IGN 7, but just a CarmelOP 7. Which is not bad at all. Most people think it is. Pretty much a bad game for my review ratings would be either a 4 or a 5. Once we get to that, that's when it gets pretty bad. Other than that, 6, like maybe 5 or 6 can be tolerable, but 7's not bad. Okay. That is it for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Oh, if you're watching this on YouTube, the review is out. Should be on the main channel. Again, it is currently May 21st, 2025. So this will not be out until the review won't be out until closer to Halloween. That way, because I plan on taking a break in October to paint some 40K minis. But other than that, thank you, Jank. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Yosei. And thank you, Adro Renegade, for stopping in. I will see y'all in probably maybe 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, once the review is done. And then we will stream probably. I'm not ready to step back into Deus Ex. I'm really not. So we'll probably go for another title of some kind. I don't know, but it depends on how I'm feeling. Anyway, thank you all for stopping in. Thank you, Yosei, for hanging out, giving me some guidance and watching. But I will see y'all next time.